We are live, hopefully, through here now. Hopefully, we are broadcasting live. We are broadcasting live. Hey, how you going, guys? Richard here, Salon Coaching. It's Friday. I'm a little bit late than normal, and it's going to be quick and condensed. So we're going to try and get this in as best we possibly can. Let's find out. Let's find out who is on the line. We have people on here. What is it like? I'm in a t-shirt already. It's going to be a warm one today. Really, really nice and hot. Beautiful for this time of year. So where are you guys? Let me know. Hey, you found you. Good on you, Leslie. Good on you. A little bit of a delay with me, but that's cool. So where are you, Leslie? Whereabouts are you? What's the weather like? Is it warm? Is it cold? Where is it? Let me know that you can hear me, because I took a time. I had to change my mics. Hey, Amanda, how are you? I bet it's warm up there where you are. Tracy, hopefully it's warm down there where you are too. I've been working today on something. So as you know, you've seen my 9 modules before. I'm going to talk about the middle one here. I'm going to talk about how to find your ideal client. Really easy, really simple. A little bit of a hack, a little bit of a tip here, guys, to get it in there. We have 2 ways to really find out who your ideal client is. So you're creating this content that you need to put out to Facebook. You're creating everything you need to. Supposed to be, 24 down here, so that's pretty good. So what you're trying to do is attract the right person that's going to come in. And we get really fuzzy as salon owners because we don't really like maths. We just hate maths. So we tend to go with, Mary that comes in quite regular. She's a really nice client. She comes in probably every 8 weeks, and we love seeing her. And we think that's our ideal client. Highlands of Scotland, yes, I bet it's not that bad. Oh, not bad. Oh, good for you, Leslie. So what happens is that we have this this idea who our ideal client is. So what I always got told many, many years ago from my coach was never, ever, ever go into a meeting without proof. So you don't go and have a chat with your staff without proof. You don't ever go and do an appraisal without proof. You don't ever discipline without proof. And it's the same thing with finding your ideal client. This is a real great cheat for you guys. You dive in your computer. So if you want to do this today, this is awesome. Dive into that computer system and find out who your top 30 spend are. The top 30 people that spend money with you. I don't care if you like them or dislike them. It's completely irrelevant. I want to know who your top 30 are. Write them down and try and find something that they have in common. Do they live in the same suburb? Are they all professional people? Are they artists? What do they have actually in common? You see, when you find out that the top 30 spend, you just want more of them. It's as simple as that, We forget that you'll be amazed who's in this top 30. Because we sit there and we have this idea that someone who comes in and spends $300 and buy products, that they're a great client. But they come once every blue moon. You forget that little quiet person that comes in every 4 weeks, has a color and cut, goes way under the radar but never buys products. You forget that she's in there. So you need to dive into your top 30. Now, you guys who have got this, I have all the information for you. I have all the cheat sheets that you're going to get next week time. Actually, on Monday, you're going to get all this. So you'll get your money map, how to grow your salon by 30%, but also how to really dive in and find these figures out of your computer. We'll have the tools for you. So don't worry about that, you guys that have that through there. Hey, yeah, Dana, you want to know what your top 30 is. You can do a year. You can do 6 months. Don't try and go in less than 6 months. But you're going to find who your top 30 spend is. When you find that top 30, what suburbs do they live in? Because you tell me leaflets don't work, right? But if you knew where your clients lived and you hit them every single week, so they're going to come in. Because birds of a feather flock together. They stay around together. Or Facebook, you can choose a certain area and aim for that area. And once you know the professions, for example, if you think you get a lot of school teachers or professional women in, they want good, quick, and fast. Don't they? They're not price conscious people. That's what they want. You got to know what people do for a living. And that's a really good idea. Yeah, no problem, Dana. So easily, we're talking about how to attract. By the way, guys, it's simple maths, just so you know how maths is, right? Because I see this a lot. I see really good hairdressers that are really good at what they do, and they're struggling to stay afloat. They're struggling to pay their bills, right? But it's not because of them. They just don't know how to attract clients. If you know how to attract clients non-stop in your salon, you will do okay. If you can make sure that when you've got these people's attention and you can get them to actually call and get in the salon, you'll do okay. And once they walk through that door, if you can make sure that the service is impeccable and remarkable every single time when you're there or when you're not there, you will do okay. 3 simple strategies that will get your salon good. And then from good, you get from good to great. And from great, you take it way up to a lifestyle salon. Really basic stuff. The problem is, and this is the problem, is we spend so much time working on being great, so much time making our clients look fantastic. We forget all the other stuff that is foundational building, like leadership building, for example. You know, like you have making you a better leader, making you a better manager. You've got to know how to attract clients. The best people in the world. There's a salon in America that's super famous, had to close its doors because it didn't have enough clients. Couldn't cope. It just couldn't do that. Now, the reason it couldn't do that is because it couldn't attract clients, because you've got to have a certain way. And you can stick specials out there as much as you like, guys, but after a while, you can't just be in hyperactive mode forever. You've got to drop it down a little bit. You've got to be passive. You've got to start talking to these people, and you've got to know their problems. So for me, when I look at this, it's 9 simple modules that you need to do. Just 9 simple things. Take a picture of it if you want to now. You can see it behind me. I'll move out the way. Take a picture and work on each single one yourself if you want to. Learn how to attract people, you know. But today we're talking about the money map. So I've done the money map ready for my group that comes out Monday, guys. Good for you. It'll give you a step-by-step process how you can get a 30% increase no matter what. Yeah, do you know what, Leanne? I'm going to be really honest with you now. They're all junk. I had a conversation with someone only yesterday who was going to go for the one with all the big bells and whistles. It's going to cost them $300-400 a month. And I've used one for my salon that cost me $99 a month. They don't do enough. I really wish. There's going to be one coming soon. There is. I know there is, because I just know. And what happens is that it doesn't do enough to help you. So yeah, they're all the same. You're going to have to take an average one and tweak it to yourself. That's what you have to do. There's lots of ways, Leanne, that you can actually dive in and use that system. Once we get to, I think it's this one over here, the 6th module, the keep in touch. Even the systems I had, which were really good, and then the cheap one, I still had to do a lot of it manually myself, but it still took quite a bit. I think Katoomba is very much average with everyone else, Amanda. They're all the same. They don't do anything else. The figures that they tell you, I'm sorry, guys, but I think the figures they tell you are lies. I really do. But yeah, if you're choosing a company, Amanda, and Amanda, I'm going to break this up now for you, because you just said something there, Amanda, which is really quite shocking. So I want to use that. I hope everyone got that. So Amanda's recommending Katoomba because their service is good. Did you see that? She never once said Katoomba's cheap. She never once said Katoomba is cheap and easy. She's gone with they do really good service because they help on the phone. That's the same as you guys as a salon. People don't choose you because you're cheap. They choose you because of the service that you give them. Amanda, glad you let that one in. Carl, hey Carl, don't start me on this. I had a chat with Katoomba. I think it was Katoomba I spoke with, and it was the average between weeks. I didn't believe it. I've been doing my manuals for a long time now, and I contacted Katoomba and said that these figures are false. They're not true. And they said, oh, no, we only count the last 6 months, and we don't count certain clients who only come in once. Well, that to me means it's going to skew all your figures up. Hey, don't start me either, Carl, because people out there look at these figures and think they're doing well. They think their retention's 70%, and it's nowhere near 70%. They just don't count everything in the computer system because they say it skews the figures. So they play with the figures to make it non-skewable, but it's actually skewed them. But anyway, I can't get to that's not a bitch fest today about computer systems. And the question was, who do I think's good? They're all the same. No one's got one down pat yet that actually works for the stylist, and I wish it did. And I'll give you a clue, for example, that I think's a dream, is that if I owned a salon now and I wanted a computer system that's going to cost me money, I want that to earn me money. Now that means when I'm in my car driving to work, I want it to send me an email or a text of what's happening in my salon, not me having to dive in and find out what's happening in my salon. And then I can't trust the numbers because I get 2 reports, because I have to have 2 reports. You can't just have 1 report because for some reason it's on 2 different categories and they don't match every single time. But anyway, this was not meant to be here on a bitch fest with that. A sole trader, paper diary, admin day. Hey, you know what? I think paper, I used to love paper. I could do a paper system, really easy. But the one thing that I liked about a computer system was it really does tell you a lot that's going on in the salon, even if it's wrong. Once you've played with it for a while, you can convert that systems numbers into something that you know is true. And that's what I like about computer systems, because I can do it in half the time. Manual just takes too much for me. Anyway, it wasn't about that, guys. It was about your ideal client. Who'd you talk to? Who'd you advertise? People go, I don't know who my ideal client is. I think they're 30 years old and they're a teacher. And do you know what? Let's talk about facts today. Dive into that computer system. Find out your top 30 spend over the last 6 months or the last year. Who are these people? Pull out each one of their details and look at it. Write it down on a piece of paper. What happens? Do they come from a certain suburb? Do they come from a certain area? Do they have a certain job? Are they on a certain wage criteria? What sort of cars do they drive? You know who turns up in certain cars, guys. Have an idea. These are facts. These are people that love you for who you are. And then do you know what? Ask them. Phone every single one of them up and say, why did you come to me and why did you leave your other salon? Do you know how much information that is gold to you? It means it knows exactly what you need to talk about that annoys them to get clients to awareness of you that you exist. And secondly, you don't do that, which means you fix their problem and they become loyal clients. Easy as, guys. Easy as. Cool. It was a quickie today. I've got to go. I'm doing a salon visit today, which I don't normally do. I've only ever done this twice because my job was not to sit in a car and drive around and look at salons all day. So, but today I'm going to go into a salon and see how it works. So I've got to go quickly because I've got to get on the freeway and go for a drive. So you guys, lots of love for you guys today. And by the way, Friday is the day for you to pump it out. Friday is the day for you to make some money. It's where you turn up for work on a Friday. And I think Friday is like my week's going to be average. If I go in blur, if I go in pumped, it's going to kick it, ready for Saturday to get the cream. That's what I always think. Hit your commissions and targets today, guys. Tomorrow is the cream in the back pocket. That's what I reckon. David Louis from Salon IQ here as a salon owner and software provider. Not all systems are the same. David, hey, matey, how are you? I don't know who you are, David, but if you want to contact me and show me your system, I will eat my words. But I don't think any system has been invented yet, except for this one guy that invented one in Scotland that was absolutely beautiful, but too complex for our field. Too complex. Amanda, yeah, do you know what? If that's the case, clients love you, they'll stay. It's as simple as that. No problem at all. But yeah, David, contact me no matter what. I'd love to see your system. I've not seen one yet that actually figures are correct. They skew them, they play with them, and this wasn't a, yeah, get in contact, David. This wasn't meant to be a bitch fest to do with software companies because, do you know what? Some charge thousands and they're not that great. But anyway, we all know the problems with them. Don't trust them. But you know what? You can pull enough figures out there to actually get some facts in there. Like I say, guys, we're working on the money map this week for anyone who knows our 9 systems, and it is how to find your ideal client. If you've missed this, if you just tuned in, dive back in, guys, because there's some gold information here, how you can actually start talking to the right people and what to talk about and what not to do to annoy them. Have a cracking day. Pump it out. Let's get some money in that till, guys. Let's do it. Let's do it today.